Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Dalton. This is Arms and Farms, on Farming YouTube channel. Today we're going to get right back after drilling alfalfa. Sorry, my phone's getting all air conditioner in the skid steer. Rock on. That's pretty awesome. We're just out here picking rock right now. This field's been worked up, picking rock on it. Grandpa's going to hit it with a brilliant cotopacker, and then I can get to drilling this one. Big piece across the road up there. I think 74 or 84 acres. I don't remember. I know there's a 4 in the second half of it. But Jack's working on ripping that right now. So maybe, depending on how the day goes, we'll have time to start. We'll drill this one and get a good chunk of that one drilled. We'll see how the day goes. But follow along. Should be a good day. It's real comfortable temperatures. It's supposed to be in the mid to upper 70s today. Just a really nice August New York day. So follow along, should be fun. All right, it's actually lunchtime already. Spent most of the morning picking rock. Not real great content. Look at how bad this wildfire smoke has gotten again. I mentioned it earlier in the spring. This is like the 3rd year in a row. You see that haze ahead of me on these mountains. Usually, I mean, I've shown you guys our views. Usually you could see for a long, long way. But the smoke has gotten so bad. I actually got a message from my kids' school. They're not going outside at all today, and probably not tomorrow because the air quality is so poor. There's actually like a warning out for like your health, I guess, the kids' health, because air quality is so poor from the smoke from the wildfires. It's crazy how hazy it really is. Like I said, the camera's not doing it justice, but you see along those hills there, it's not foggy, it's not cloudy, like that's literally just wildfire smoke. So, as I said earlier in the year, hopefully everything up there is going well. Hopefully everybody's safe. Hopefully they're getting things under control, because this is crazy. We're about an hour and a half ride from Canada. We're about an hour from Niagara Falls, where we're located here. And yeah, it's just blowing down from up there. Pretty crazy stuff. But on my lunch, I am running to town quick. Got to get some food plot mix for my deer plots. Grab some lunch, and we will be heading out with the drill when we get back. All right, we are out here in the field now. I need to do this. So the first thing you do when you got to unfold this, lift that up so those little tabs hold it up. Those are just locks, safety locks, so those wings don't flip open. Turn that off so we don't get flagged. Set the constant. Once it's unfolded, put that, the same remote will run my row markers. We'll lower her down. Alright, let's get I don't remember if this is Lao 1. Yes, this is Lao 1. Check cannot be used found this good track wants to be selected. Alright, that's interesting. Maybe we'll just set a new track. Auto path setup connected. Why is it always something? Track name. Yeah, we'll just set an AB. This ground and that field he's disking right there were new to us last year. Possible we just don't have the line saved yet, so we will just set our own line. First we're going to get backed up there into the corner. I could always just run the row markers. This field's a whopping 2 acres. Might be just as easy, to be honest with you. rip that little field off. I did end up just using the row markers. I said the heck with it for what little bit we had. This terra disc is doing a beautiful job. He's not using the coal mulcher like we were, simply because it's not needed. I mean, sometimes it's needed, sometimes it's not. And the combination of ripping and hitting it twice with that terra disc is, sorry, focusing very well, but it's doing a beautiful job. So we are headed over and folded up now. Headed up to my pickup. We'll get loaded up with seed, give him a little more time. I don't know how much he's got left in this field, but I don't like being pushy, so I'll get loaded up and we'll get the GPS kicked on. And if there's not a line, we'll set a line and we'll go from there. All right, so Caleb just has these short rows up here left. I'm gonna go start in the back half of this. This field does have pre-built lines in it. Just gotta keep that on. And we should be good to go as far as that goes. I'm still gonna run my markers as I stated in my last video. It'll just make me feel comfortable with alfalfa. With wheat and stuff, I get used to it. And I'll probably get used to it with alfalfa and not worry about it, but it just makes me nervous, I don't know. I get told probably 30 times before drilling, especially in alfalfa, don't leave skips. It'll be there for years. So it's enough to make you a little paranoid, that's all. All right, working our way across here. About ready to go fill up. Filling up every 4 to 5 acres, depending on where we're at. I did a little bit after that field. I filled up around 2.5 acres, so by the time we get back to the other end of the field, it'll be time to fill up. We were just talking about row markers. I'm to the point now, we're pretty comfortable. The GPS, I think I've got dialed in pretty well. Also, this is a narrow enough drill. If you look, you can see where I went the previous pass. At least I can. I don't know if you can on the camera or not. And I know that I'm about 6 inches outside of that outside tire. So I'm confident we are right where we need to be. Those row markers can stay up. Every now and then I might drop one just to double check, but we're pretty confident in where we need to be. Back through. Peaceful. This is peaceful. Alright, we're done over there. Ended up 21.2 acres. And yeah, we're getting rolling on this big piece. Just getting a good start for the night. We're not going to get anywhere near a big chunk of it taken, but yeah, we'll get a decent amount of it. Peeled off. 10-15 more acres. It is pushing 5 o'clock already, so yeah. And like I said, the lower half of it could definitely use a little more drying time. They put manure on that on Saturday, so. But this up here looks right around perfect conditions. So yeah, what a day. Dandy of a day. All right, well, we've shaved a little over 11 acres. Probably going to put down a few more before we call it a night here, but it is after 6 o'clock. And we have, I just checked the weather, 7 days ahead of us of straight sun and 80s. So we've got a lot of hot, dry weather coming. I'm not really at all concerned about getting this stuff in before any kind of rain or anything like that. This will put us at, I think, 70 acres total in so far. We've got 145 to go, so we're already up over half done. Which, I mean, that's great. It's been pretty smooth sailing. Yeah. So like I said, I'm going to leave the drill out in the field tonight. Generally, I like to put it inside. In case of a rain, But yeah, I really don't think we've got anything coming. So yeah, rocking and rolling. There's a little bit of information in case those of you guys who haven't seen my previous videos. The drill is set for 14 pounds of alfalfa to the acre. Yes, that is on the lighter side. That's what the drill's set to. Now, my acres to bag, you know, the actual math is working out closer to 18 pounds to the acre, which is, you know, I think the standard most people are putting down 20. Western New York crops telling us like 14 is plenty. Some people are even saying 12 is plenty. So it really all depends on personal preference at the farms, I guess. We will come in and spray this afterwards to kill off any volunteer wheat that comes back, or any grass or weeds, like anything like that. It's not Roundup ready, but there is a spray you can spray on it to prevent that. I will find out that spray for you guys. I don't know. Uncle Todd does all the spraying stuff, but last year was the first year we did that, and it made an incredible difference in the quality of our new seedings, first cuttings. Also, I think there was a lot better stand because the alfalfa wasn't fighting the volunteer wheat. So that's what we put down. It seems to work pretty well for us. So I don't know. I've never actually touched the population on those boxes. I think they've been set the same spot since we got the drill. Like, they said it, that's where they liked it. It works, it's great. So that's where we're rolling. Now, like wheat and triticale, I do fart around a little bit with population on that stuff. Which, having said that, this year we're going to have to back down our wheat a little bit. This year, a lot of it went down, as you guys know. So we're going to put on less nitrogen next year. Actually, we're not going to put any nitrogen on it. Probably just going to put down some manure. And we're going to back down the population of that a little bit as well, to try to get a little thinner stand. See if it'll stand better. I don't know if that'll fix the problem or not, but we have to do something because combining 145 acres of flat wheat, that didn't put anybody in a good mood. It didn't do our combine any favors. Yeah, it was just terrible. We did get more wheat straw than we've ever gotten off of our wheat ground, so that was a plus. Gotta look at the plus side, but yeah, we're gonna have to play around with that a little bit. I will tell you guys more about those populations and stuff when we get to drilling that, which I cannot believe I'm saying this, but we're a month and a half away from that. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Usually the first and second week of September, we like to be punching that stuff into the ground. But because of the late spring, I don't think we're going to have our corn off that early. Generally, we do like to get that stuff in by September 15th at the latest. That's not going to happen this year, which is not the end of the world. It's just, it is what it is. That's how Mother Nature played her cards this year. But yeah, so anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. This is going to be the end of this video. I'm just going to make a couple more passes and call it a night. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Kind of short, kind of sweet, kind of rocking. Yeah, kind of rocking. So see you guys in the next one, guys.